The net snapped tight in the midnight surf, and the ocean screamed without sound. Ethan said, "It's alive, thrashing, pull harder." Ava said, "Stop, you're hurting her." Noah pressed against the railing, his small fists trembling, whispering, "She's crying. The dolphin is crying." Captain Harris said, "This is survival, not cruelty. Don't mistake the sea for mercy." The elder dolphin surged beside the trapped one, scars across his skin, a silent plea etched in every strike against the rope. The young dolphin twisted helplessly, her sleek body slick with moonlight, gasping in bursts no human could hear. Ethan said, "Look at her eye. She knows." Ava said, "No, she feels it. She feels the betrayal of steel against water." Noah clutched his chest, heart hammering louder than the waves. Captain Harris said, "Nature never bargains, boy. It only takes what it wants." The storm cracked the horizon with lightning, splitting the darkness like a cruel judgment. The ocean rolled, indigo and merciless, swallowing every scream until only silence reigned. In that silence, the net tightened again. The storm eased, but silence carried more weight than thunder. Ethan said, "She's weakening. We must cut her free." Ava whispered, "Do you hear it? The water holds its breath." Noah leaned close, eyes locked on the trapped dolphin, whispering, "Don't die. Please don't die." Captain Harris growled, "This is no place for mercy. The sea devours mercy whole." The elder dolphin circled, body rising and sinking in rhythm like a drumbeat. The young dolphin's movements slowed, net pressing against her slick skin, each breath shallow. The ocean seemed to lean in, heavy and infinite, a silent witness to fragile life caught between will and steel. The world shrank to the sound of the dolphin's breath. Ethan said, "She's fading, Ava." Ava said, "Not while I breathe, not while she fights." Noah clenched the railing, voice breaking, "She's a child. She's only a child." Captain Harris muttered, "You speak as though the sea spares children." The elder dolphin surged closer, brushing the net with battered skin, a teacher refusing to abandon the lesson. The young dolphin twitched once, then stilled, only her eye alive, dark and wet with silent pleading. The ocean pressed cold against the hull, whispering judgment no human could ignore. The knife trembled, but hesitation weighed heavier than steel. Ethan said, "If I cut wrong, she dies." Ava answered, "If you don't cut, she dies anyway." Noah's voice cracked, "Why is the sea so cruel?" Captain Harris said, "Cruelty is human, boy. The sea is only truth." The elder dolphin struck the hull, shaking it like a drumbeat of demand. The young dolphin's chest rose faintly, then sagged as though surrendering. Lightning flickered at the horizon again, echo of the storm's promise. Silence roared louder than thunder. The decision split the night in two. Ethan shouted, "Now!" and the knife bit through the rope. Ava gasped, "She's free." Noah cried, "Swim, please swim." Captain Harris barked, "Hold the line." The elder dolphin surged forward, nudging the young dolphin out of the torn net, his scarred body shielding her. The young dolphin hesitated, chest heaving, before thrashing weakly into open water. Ethan dropped the knife, breath ragged, eyes burning. The ocean swallowed her into its vast silence, and for one heartbeat, the boat stilled as though the sea itself approved. The storm left silence heavier than its roar. Ethan said, "I thought saving her would feel like victory, but it feels like a wound." Ava whispered, "Because it is. Hope is fragile when the sea still watches." Noah leaned forward, whispering to the water, "You'll be okay now, won't you?" Captain Harris growled, "She's free, but freedom in the sea is never safe." The elder dolphin swam close, his scars etched like a story too painful to tell. The young dolphin moved weakly, her breath shallow, each rise a struggle against an endless weight. Ethan clenched his jaw, fighting the truth that release does not equal survival. Ava said, "She's not just an animal, she's us, she's every fragile chance the sea holds." Noah's small voice broke, "I can't lose her now." Captain Harris said, "The ocean decides, not you, not me, not anyone." The waves lapped quietly, judgment hidden beneath calm skin, reminding all that survival is a sentence not yet delivered. The morning stretched, but fear grew heavier with light. Ethan said, "She's slowing, every stroke weaker." Ava said, "No, she's learning to breathe again, she's fighting." Noah pressed palms to wood, whispering, "Don't give up." Captain Harris muttered, "Children always believe strength is enough." The elder dolphin surfaced close, his breath like a cannon in the quiet sea. The young dolphin's dorsal fin cut water in faltering arcs, like a heartbeat fading. Ethan's throat tightened, anger mixing with helplessness. Ava's eyes shone, fierce as fire, as she said, "If she dies, something in us dies too." Noah sobbed softly, clutching the railing. Captain Harris turned away, jaw clenched, but his silence betrayed conflict. The ocean remained still, but stillness is never mercy, only pause before truth. The silence stretched like a thread ready to break. Ethan said, "I can't watch her slip away." Ava said, "Then watch her fight, not fade." Noah whispered, "She's so small, like she doesn't belong in this huge sea." Captain Harris grumbled, "The sea belongs to no one, boy, and it spares no size." The elder dolphin nudged the young dolphin, urging motion with battered strength. She stirred, fragile, her small frame moving as though pulled by his will. Ethan felt his chest ache, wanting to leap into the water himself. Ava's voice rose, "She has someone, she has him, she has us." Noah's fists clenched, tears mixing with salt spray. Captain Harris said nothing, his eyes locked on the struggle despite himself. The sea shimmered, endless, indifferent, yet in that moment it seemed to hold its breath. The sun rose higher, yet warmth felt cruel against fragile hope. Ethan muttered, "Every second she drifts, I feel it here," pressing hand to chest. Ava said, "Because she carries more than herself, she carries us." Noah leaned closer, whispering, "She can't leave now, she can't." Captain Harris said, "You all speak as though life owes promises, it doesn't." The elder dolphin surfaced, scars glistening, releasing a breath like defiance. The young dolphin followed weakly, but for a moment her leap caught light, fragile yet alive. Ethan's breath caught, his eyes wet. Ava gasped, "Did you see that? She still rises." Noah cried, "Yes, she's not gone, she's still here." Captain Harris turned away sharply, muttering under breath, "Stubborn fools." Yet his hands trembled as he gripped the rail. The ocean shimmered, quiet but vast, reflecting fragile defiance back into human hearts. The sea exhaled as though offering reprieve. Ethan whispered, "She's still fighting, Ava." Ava smiled faintly. "Yes, she's telling us she's not finished." Noah said, "I knew she wouldn't give up, I knew it." Captain Harris sighed, "For now, boy, for now." The elder dolphin swam close, circling with relentless devotion, guiding each breath of the young dolphin. Her fin steadied, her strokes stronger though fragile. Ethan's shoulders sagged, relief flooding his frame. Ava's lips trembled, caught between fear and hope. Noah laughed through tears, clutching railing tightly. Captain Harris shook his head, muttering, "The ocean doesn't forgive, it only delays the reckoning." Yet even he couldn't look away, as light touched the water, turning struggle into fragile grace. The silence no longer screamed, it whispered possibility. The sea shifted, no longer gentle, its waves carrying a dark promise. Ethan said, "The current's changing, something's stirring." Ava gripped the railing, whispering, "It feels like the ocean is holding its breath again." Noah shivered, clutching his soaked hoodie. "Why does it feel colder all of a sudden?" Captain Harris muttered, "Because danger comes quiet before it roars." The elder dolphin breached, his scarred body slapping water, sounding like a warning drum. The young dolphin darted clumsily, her strokes quicker now but scattered, fear sharpening her fragile strength. Ethan's eyes narrowed, scanning the horizon, every nerve alive. Ava leaned closer, voice unsteady, "They sense something we cannot." Noah's teeth chattered as he whispered, "What is it?" Captain Harris spat, "Predators, boy. The sea is never empty." And then silence split into a ripple. Shadows moving beneath the hull. Swift, hungry, inevitable. The ocean rippled with menace, its surface broken by sudden arcs. Ethan hissed, "Sharks. 2, maybe 3. Ava's heart pounded as she said, "They smell weakness. They smell her." Noah gasped, gripping the railing. "They'll kill her, won't they?" Captain Harris growled, "This is the ocean's law, boy, Deitch." The elder dolphin surged forward, placing his scarred body between the shadows and the young dolphin. She squealed, high-pitched terror rolling like thunder no ear could ignore. Ethan cursed under breath, helpless rage bubbling in his chest. Ava's nails bit into her palms, voice breaking. "We can't just watch them take her." Noah shook, whispering, "She's just a child, she's just a child." Captain Harris stared grimly. "The sea doesn't care for children, only survivors." The shark's fins sliced the surface, circling, closing, every ripple a countdown. The sea erupted as predators broke the surface. Ethan shouted, "They're charging, hold on." Ava screamed, "She can't outswim them." Noah cried out, "Please, someone help her." Captain Harris barked, "No one can fight the sea but the sea itself." The elder dolphin rammed forward, his scarred frame colliding with the fin water exploding in a violent spray. The young dolphin shrieked, twisting, tail slamming, eyes wide with raw fear. Ethan's fist slammed railing, helplessness eating through him. Ava's tears streamed as she shouted, "She's fighting, she's fighting." Noah's small voice broke, "Don't die, don't die." Captain Harris muttered, "Every fight ends with blood." The water churned, white froth mixing with shadows, predator and protector locked in brutal dance. Blood spread in the water, sharp red against endless blue. Ethan gasped, "He's hurt, the elder's bleeding." Ava cried, "No, he can't fall, not now." Noah sobbed, voice cracking, "They'll kill them both." Captain Harris growled, "This is what survival costs. Don't look away." The elder dolphin surfaced, blowhole expelling a spray stained faintly pink. His movements slowed, but still he struck, desperate and relentless. The young dolphin darted close, confused, circling him, as though pleading for safety. Ethan pressed forehead against railing, whispering, "Don't let it end here." Ava whispered, "Not like this, not after we saved her." Noah's voice turned into raw cries, breaking the silence. Captain Harris' eyes narrowed, jaw tight, betraying the ache he wouldn't name. The shark circled tighter, sensing weakness, water rolling with promise of death. The ocean boiled with violence, yet silence filled human throats. Ethan shouted, "Fight, please fight." Ava screamed, "Don't let them take her." Noah wept, words dissolving into sobs, "Please, please, please." Captain Harris roared, "This is the moment, this is survival's truth." The elder dolphin rammed once more, scars tearing against predator hide, spray exploding with fury. The young dolphin leapt weakly, dodging a closing fin, her body trembling but alive. Ethan gritted his teeth, his nails biting into wood. Ava's voice broke, "She still moves, she still lives." Noah clung to railing, whispering like prayer. Captain Harris exhaled harshly, his eyes locked on sea, voice low. "One life always costs another." The horizon seemed to collapse into this single fight, red, blue, and black swirling in eternal conflict. The ocean shifted again, not with violence but with revelation. Ethan whispered, "They aren't just hunting, they're starving." Ava's breath caught. "The sharks. They're thin, their bones press through their skin." Noah's eyes widened. "They're dying too?" Captain Harris muttered, "Predators starve when prey vanishes. This is not malice. This is hunger's law." The elder dolphin circled weakly, his scars dripping red, but his strikes slowing. The young dolphin pressed against him, trembling yet alive. Ethan said, "We saw monsters, but maybe we only saw desperation." Ava's voice broke, "If the sea empties, nothing survives, not prey, not predator." Noah trembled, whispering, "So everyone loses?" Captain Harris growled low, That is the truth we never tell. Extinction leaves no victors. The water gleamed gray, both predator and protector struggling in the same dying world. The sea's cruelty blurred into tragedy. Ethan said, "They're not demons. They're victims like her." Ava whispered, "Hunger twists everything into violence." Noah's voice cracked, "I thought villains existed, but it's only suffering in different shapes." Captain Harris exhaled, "That's the sea's secret. There are no villains, only the starving." The elder dolphin groaned through water, nudging the young dolphin forward, his body trembling from blood loss. She pressed against him, refusing to leave his side. Ethan clutched railing, whispering, "We are no different. We strip the sea, we leave them hungry." Ava's face hardened, "And when they starve, so will we." Noah shook his head, crying, "We're all sinking together." Captain Harris muttered, "Balance is gone, and with it mercy." Above, the gulls screamed, circling shadows of hunger mirrored in the sky. The ocean revealed its merciless symmetry. Ethan whispered, "If she survives, it condemns them to starve." Ava's eyes burned, "And if they feed, she is lost." Noah's voice broke, "So no one wins." Captain Harris growled, "That is the truth. The sea trades one life for another, always." The elder dolphin shook, yet rammed forward again, scattering weakened predators. The young dolphin followed, fragile strokes guided by his fading strength. Ethan said, "He knows he will fall, but he fights anyway." Ava's lips trembled. "He's giving her his strength. The last of it." Noah pressed his forehead to railing, whispering, "That's sacrifice. That's love." Captain Harris' jaw tightened, though his eyes shone wet. The sea shimmered with tragic beauty, revealing the hidden price of survival, etched into every ripple. The revelation cut deeper than any wound. Ethan said, "He's dying so she can live." Ava whispered, "His scars were warnings. He's done this before." Noah gasped, "He's teaching her to survive by giving himself away." Captain Harris' voice cracked low, "The sea writes history in blood, not words." The elder dolphin swayed, each strike slower, yet still he shielded the young dolphin. She pressed against him, eyes wide, refusing to leave. Ethan's throat closed, whispering, "Every species has its sacrifice, its fallen protector." Ava's tears fell freely. "We'll remember him, even if the sea does not." Noah's fists shook, his small body trembling with grief. Captain Harris muttered, "Memory fades, but extinction never forgets." The horizon blazed briefly with sunlight, as though honoring his final stand. The sea's hidden truth revealed itself with brutal clarity. Ethan whispered, "He'll fall, but she will rise." Ava said, "Because his strength becomes hers." Noah cried out, "But who remembers him when he's gone?" Captain Harris growled, "The sea doesn't remember, boy, it only moves forward." The elder dolphin slowed, breaths ragged, yet his final push carried the young dolphin into safer waters. She broke surface, gasping, alive, while he sank slowly beneath waves. Ethan shouted, "No!" Ava screamed, "He gave her his life." Noah's cries tore raw, "Don't let him disappear." Captain Harris muttered, "This is how the sea survives. One falls so another endures." The ocean rippled, swallowing him whole, but the air carried his echo, a sacrifice eternal though unseen. The sea roared louder than thunder, pulling all hearts into its furnace. Ethan shouted, "She can't fight them alone." Ava cried, "The elder gave her his strength. She carries him now." Noah's voice broke, "Please let her survive." Captain Harris bellowed, "The fight isn't over. It's only begun." The young dolphin surged forward, tail slamming water with new force, her body trembling yet defiant. Predator fins darted close, their hunger no less despite weakness. Ethan slammed his fists against wood, breath ragged. Ava leaned over, her voice raw, "You must rise, little one." Noah sobbed, whispering prayers no ocean could hear. Captain Harris muttered, "This is where blood will decide." The horizon seemed to bend, pulling every gaze into the circle of death. The ocean broke into chaos, every wave a weapon. Ethan roared, "She's faster now, she's fighting." Ava screamed, "But they're closing in." Noah cried out, "Don't let them catch you." Captain Harris growled, "Survival chooses without mercy." The young dolphin darted sharp, avoiding snapping jaws, her small body shimmering with spray. One shark lunged, missing by inches, teeth flashing in brutal hunger. Ethan's jaw locked, veins visible. Ava slammed palm against railing, screaming, "Run!" Noah wept, "Please, please, don't fall." Captain Harris muttered, "Every chase ends with one left standing." The sea frothed white, predator and prey, weaving like blades in air, the battle twisting into a storm of flesh and water. The battle surged, each heartbeat louder than waves. Ethan shouted, "She's learning, she's outsmarting them." Ava gasped, "She remembers the elders' fight." Noah sobbed, "He lives in her now." Captain Harris muttered, "That is survival, legacy written in blood." The young dolphin twisted mid-leap, forcing a predator to collide with another, water erupting with fury. Ethan's eyes widened, awe fighting grief. Ava's voice broke, "She is becoming more than prey. She's defiance." Noah's cry cut sharp, "She's hope." Captain Harris growled, "Hope is fragile, boy. Don't mistake it for victory." The sea boiled, crimson mixing with white spray, predators faltering as her strength rose. The ocean became a crucible of survival. Ethan cried, "She's stronger, she's rising above them." Ava shouted, "The elder's sacrifice burns in her veins." Noah wailed, "Don't stop now." Captain Harris barked, "Every rise tempts a fall, watch close." The young dolphin dove deep, forcing predators to chase, then burst upward, outpacing them with newfound speed. Ethan leaned so far he nearly toppled, eyes burning. Ava's hand clutched his sleeve, whispering fiercely, "She is the fight itself." Noah cried out in joy and terror, "Go." Captain Harris muttered low, "One victory only delays another war." The sharks thrashed, wounded and weary, yet still relentless. The water blazed with violence and fragile triumph. The climax tore the sea open, every eye fixed on its outcome. Ethan roared, "Now, this is her moment." Ava screamed, "Live." Noah shouted, voice breaking, "You're free." Captain Harris bellowed, "Survival crowns the merciless." The young dolphin launched high, arching through air, body glittering like silver flame against storm light. Sharks snapped beneath, jaws empty, waves breaking into chaos. Ethan collapsed to knees, tears flooding. Ava's hands covered her mouth, sobbing with joy. Noah cried, laughter cutting through grief. Captain Harris turned away, his eyes shadowed, whispering, "The sea claims both victors and ghosts." The ocean swallowed silence, but in that silence her leap burned eternal, a heartbeat of survival written in light. The ocean quieted, its fury drained but its judgment absolute. Ethan whispered, "It's over, but the sea has taken more than it gave." Ava's voice shook, "She lives, but the elder is gone." Noah wept, "Why does survival taste like loss?" Captain Harris muttered, "Because the sea always collects its debt." The young dolphin swam unsteady, free yet fragile, her path carved by sacrifice. The elder dolphin's absence pressed heavy, his scars remembered in every ripple. Ethan clenched railing, whispering, "He gave her tomorrow." Ava said softly, "And tomorrow will carry his ghost." Noah sobbed, "I don't want her to swim alone." Captain Harris stared into horizon, his silence darker than words. The water reflected the truth. Survival is never victory, only continuation written in blood and silence. The silence weighed heavier than waves. Ethan said, "We saved her, but it feels like we failed him." Ava whispered, "His strength didn't vanish. It flows in her now." Noah pressed his chest, voice cracked, "Then why does my heart hurt so much?" Captain Harris muttered, "Because sacrifice leaves scars deeper than wounds." The young dolphin's small leaps broke surface, each one fragile yet alive. The absence of the elder hung like shadow, unseen but inescapable. Ethan lowered his head, whispering, I'll never forget that fight. Ava's eyes shone. Nor will I. The sea carved it into us. Noah sobbed. He was her shield. Captain Harris turned away. And shields never live long in war. The ocean shimmered, reflecting grief and fragile endurance, eternal and cruel. The sea exhaled, as if sealing fate. Ethan whispered, "We will carry him, even if the ocean won't." Ava said, "Yes, his fight echoes in her survival." Noah choked. "I'll never forget his scars, they were stories." Captain Harris growled low, "Stories vanish, but extinction doesn't." The young dolphin swam forward. Strokes steadier, the elder's shadow behind every move. Ethan pressed forehead to railing, whispering. He showed her how to endure. Ava's voice cracked, and how to defy the end. Noah sobbed quietly. "It hurts, but she's alive." Captain Harris muttered, "Survival is cruel, it demands memory of loss." The horizon stretched endless, indifferent, yet heavy with ghosts unspoken. The ocean rolled calm, but calm hid cruelty. Ethan said, "She'll live on, but the sea will test her again." Ava whispered, "She carries his blood, his will, his sacrifice." Noah's voice trembled, "But why does it feel like no survival is enough?" Captain Harris muttered, "Because survival is temporary, death is absolute." The young dolphin leapt faintly, fragile yet alive, a spark clinging to darkness. Ethan's eyes burned, whispering, "That spark must endure." Ava pressed hand to chest, voice cracking, "Even if it breaks us." Noah sobbed, "I don't want to forget him." Captain Harris growled, "The sea doesn't remember, but humans must." The sky dimmed, and silence spread wide, eternal witness to the cost carved into every wave. The horizon bled into night, the day's war buried in silence. Ethan whispered, "She lives, and that must be enough." Ava said softly, "Enough for her, never enough for us." Noah's tears shimmered in fading light. "I'll remember him every time I see the sea." Captain Harris muttered, "Then you will never see peace, boy, because the sea has lost itself." The young dolphin swam far, her silhouette framed by stars, small but alive. Ethan's breath broke, relief and grief entwined. Ava leaned into railing, voice raw. The ocean took him, but gave her back. Noah sobbed softly, and gave us pain to carry. Captain Harris whispered low, "Pain is the price of witness." The ocean spread eternal, indifferent, yet absolute, carrying memory beneath its endless skin. The ocean stretched black, swallowing horizon and memory. Ethan whispered, "Her cry still echoes inside me." Ava said softly, "Because it isn't hers alone, it's ours now." Noah's voice broke, "I'll hear it every time I close my eyes." Captain Harris muttered, "The sea brand's scars deeper than flesh." The young dolphin leapt faintly, fragile silhouette against starlight, carrying echoes of sacrifice with each rise. Ethan clenched railing, his chest aching with both relief and grief. Ava pressed fingers to lips, whispering, "He lives in her swim." Noah sobbed, "Then he'll never vanish." Captain Harris exhaled harshly, "Memory fades, but echoes remain, whether we want them or not." The ocean shimmered dark, eternal, refusing comfort, its silence sharper than thunder. The silence deepened, pressing harder than the storm. Ethan said, "I thought survival would feel like triumph." Ava whispered, "But it feels like mourning." Noah clutched railing, whispering, "I miss him." Captain Harris muttered, "That's the cost. Victory tastes of ashes." The young dolphin swam steady, her fin cutting water clean, yet absence trailed her like shadow. Ethan bowed his head, whispering, "We saved her but lost him." Ava said, "And losing him shows what saving truly means." Noah cried quietly, "Why does hope hurt so much?" Captain Harris answered, "Because hope bleeds just like flesh." The stars above flickered, cold, distant, echoing truth without warmth. The sea rolled endlessly, every wave a reminder. Ethan whispered, "We witnessed the truth of survival." Ava said, "It isn't glory, it's pain that refuses to end." Noah trembled, voice small, "But she lived. Isn't that enough?" Captain Harris muttered, Enough for her, not enough for the dead. The young dolphin surfaced briefly, her blow sounding like echo of the elder's breath. Ethan pressed fist to chest, whispering, his fight beats in her heart. Ava nodded through tears. She swims because he fell. Noah sobbed quietly. I'll carry them both inside me. Captain Harris turned his gaze upward. The ocean carves echoes into anyone who dares look too close. The night remained endless, cruel, and absolute. The ocean grew still, yet stillness carved deeper wounds. Ethan said, we return home, but leave pieces here. Ava whispered, we can never return unchanged. Noah's voice cracked, I'll never forget tonight. Captain Harris muttered, nor should you. The sea teaches through loss, not kindness. The young dolphin swam onward, her silhouette leading into horizon, small yet unbroken. Ethan's eyes followed her, whispering, she is tomorrow, carrying yesterday. Ava said softly, he gave her his life so she could carry his memory. Noah sobbed, and now we carry them both. Captain Harris exhaled. That is the echo, the ocean's lesson, eternal and merciless. Above, the stars shimmered coldly, offering no comfort, only witness. The ocean claimed silence as its final word. Ethan whispered, her cry will haunt me forever. Ava said, let it haunt, so we never forget. Noah's voice broke, I'll carry him in every dream. Captain Harris muttered, dreams fade, but echoes endure. The young dolphin leapt once more, her body framed by dawn's first light, fragile and radiant. Ethan's breath hitched, eyes wet, whispering, she is his echo. Ava nodded. And ours. Noah wept, whispering, goodbye. Captain Harris bowed his head, silence heavier than words. The sea spread wide, indifferent, but her leap lingered, sharp and unforgettable, the final echo carved into eternity.